Galusha, and welcome to another edition of Shoot and Plink. We got a brand new gun with us that was introduced at the 2025 SHOT Show by Umarex, and it's called a Markpoint. Look at the size of that thing. This is a 17-inch long pistol. The barrel is a little over 10 inches long, and it weighs right around 1.79 pounds is actually what it is. And it's a break barrel. And it's a break barrel with a rifled barrel. The bore is a rifled one, and the break on it is really quite light. It says 25 pounds. I don't even think it's that, but we're going to talk about some of the other features first, because over here, this is the sliding safety, as you can see, but it also has another safety. It has a grip safety, like the 1911s. In fact, even the grip is quite similar to a 1911, and I'll show you how that works because, well, we'll take this safety off, and you cannot pull that trigger because you have to have this depressed, and then you can pull it. Yep. There's nothing in there, as you can tell. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put that safety back on, and we're going to talk about the sights. The sights are not adjustable, and they're a little bit odd. You can see right here, you've got these two orange dots. Now normally you would line this up right with the dots, the top of that with the dots. That doesn't work. You have to line the top of that up with the top of this in order to get the best shots. But the windage is right on. The elevation is the thing that's a little bit iffy. And as I said, it has a, and we're going to go ahead and load this, by the way, and we're going to first fire some hobby pellets. Now these are RWS hobby pellets. They're wadcutters. And then we're going to shoot some Norma. They're a dome pellet. And we'll shoot that and see the difference on them. These wadcutters have been doing pretty good, and well, you can see that broke very, very easy. So it's set up so that pretty much anybody can do this. It's not one that's really, really hard, and there it is, and the safety is on. And of course, like I said, we got this one too. So we're going to take this down. We're going to shoot some cans with this, and this is got 300 feet per second, by the way. It might even be a little less, I'm not sure, but we're going to shoot it from the pistol distance, the normal airgun pistol distance of about 7 yards. Then we're going to move back to 10 yards, and we'll see what happens there. In fact, we're going to go back and forth with each one. Let's try these hobby pellets first. Okay, we're here at, like I said, 7 yards, and I've got to get my safety glasses on. And take the safety off here, and then we will shoot that one to the left. Got it? And I'd say it's about a middle shot because of the way that turned it and the way that it still stood there. So it was probably a dead-on middle shot. And now what we'll do is we'll move back to 10 yards. You'll stay right where you're at, and I'll move back there, and we'll fire at that next can. Well, it hit it, but it didn't seem like it actually went through it, did it? So let me grab those two cans and we'll take a look. Well, it definitely hit them. At least this one. This hit right dead center, like I said it was, when that was the first one when we shot at 7 yards. But when we went back to 10 yards, the only spot in this can was hit. You could see that. The only spot I could find was right up in here. And it was just a mark. That's all there was to it. It didn't even do a thing to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to grab the dome pellets, and we're going to shoot that the same way. Okay, I've got it loaded with, they actually call them energy pellets, these Norma, but they're a dome pellet. They've got a definite dome tone. And we're going to, I just put up 2 cans, as you can see, and we're going to take a shot at that one on the left with this dome pellet. And that one definitely got it this time. And we're going to move back to 10 yards. And then we're going to shoot that other can over there. And again, it's with the dome pellet. Okay, that time at 10 yards with that one, it did it. Well, Barney's with us, as you can tell. And to get him settled down because he loves to chase the cans after I hit him. Well, this is the second one from the 10 yards. And it definitely went all the way through. But here's the funny thing. This one was off some, I think. It actually hit over here because this was all here. It did not go through. It just glanced off. So those dome pellets are a little bit different. Why don't we shoot that? In fact, I'm just going to straighten this out. We'll get another can. We're going to do those again just to see if we get the same sort of results. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot them at 10 yards. We're going to shoot both of the different pellets. The wadcutter, which is the RWS hobby pellet. We're going to do that one on the left can over there. And I'm sure Barney's going to bark over this. Okay, that wadcutter hit that can. And I don't really think it did anything. Unless it's just dead center, and like I said before with them. So we'll go with the right can with the dome one, the Norma energy pellet, as they call it. Okay, we got it, without a doubt. Now let's take a look at them, see what it'll do. Okay, this was a wadcutter one, and it did. It hit, and it went through. I said it, if it actually hit it and did well, it was a center hit, and it was right there. And it came out the back. There it is right there. So the wadcutter this time, it must have just been before. The pellet just wasn't quite right or something, but it definitely hit it. Now here, there's what the energy pellet did to it. I mean, it really opened that can up. It hit it hard, and so, you know, it did pretty good from 10 yards. So at 10 yards, the only thing is I've noticed, is that the sighting on that is a lot different. It's definitely a 7-yard pistol. Well, that's the overview and the firing of the Markpoint, the Umarex Markpoint. Again, it's a break barrel, and it's a long break barrel. Now, I suppose, and I didn't redo it this way, but you could actually put your other hand up here and do it this way. It's long enough to do it that way, make it like a short barrel rifle almost. Turn the safety back on. There we go. Safety's on. It's not going to shoot now. It's not cocked anyway. It's not primed. It's not loaded. And the two pellets I used, like I said, were this RWS hobby pellet, which is the wadcutter, and then this one right here, and I don't know if you can see the photo well enough on it, the picture, but it's got a dome to it, and the pellet is definitely different, but I don't know, it seemed to work just about as well on both of them. They definitely, I mean, that one really blew that through there, and then, as I said, the second time we hit it right, and that was at 10 yards, so it hit it in the center. So it's got the accuracy, and it's definitely on windage. It's the elevation. You just have to get used to that, and maybe you'll get one that, you know, but they're probably all the same, I'm sure they are, where you have to use the top of these and just make it level with that. Put it on there from and this is the funny thing, from 7 yards, I was putting this sight right over the top of that logo, and then from 10 yards I actually put the whole sight on here, but that logo was actually on top of that, or at least the middle of it was, I should say. Not the bottom of it, but the middle of it was. So anyway, that's how I sighted it with that. It's like I said, you just put that right level with the top of that, and as far as windage, I don't have to worry about that, so the adjustment on that, there's no go. It's just how you do it this way. But otherwise, as I said, I'm sure it's probably got 300 feet or a little less, depending on the pellet that you use. Because if you use a lead pellet, you're going to have less velocity than an alloy pellet. But, you know, it's not a bad gun. And as far as retail price, you're looking in the 30s, you know, in the $35 range, in there somewhere. So that's not too bad for a break barrel pistol like that. And, well, it's about all I can say for it. We'll probably be shooting this again. I'm sure when we get out to Cedar Oaks, we're going to try it maybe at 25 yards, and we'll use it on our big metal targets and see what we can do on there as far as a pattern or whatever. But that'll be out there where we got the larger range to shoot. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.